Hey everybody, welcome to my annual State of the Channel video. Actually, this is the first time I've ever done this, and I seriously doubt this is going to be an annual thing, but here we are. I just wanted to update you on the channel, recap 2021, let you know about things you might not be aware of, and kind of what I have in mind for the new year. This channel is kind of like, you know how no matter where you live, people always say, wow, the weather here is crazy. If you don't like it, just wait a few minutes and it'll change. It's sort of like this channel over the past 13 years. I feel like it's always evolving and changing. I like to try new things and adapt to a constantly changing YouTube environment. I think routine makes us old. So for instance, last year it was all about the lockdown woodworking series, but once the lockdowns ended, it didn't make any sense to continue that daily series. Viewers were just ready to move on. But in 2020, with everybody at home and so many people taking up hobbies like woodworking, I would have missed out on a huge opportunity if I hadn't adapted. This year, I pulled away from project videos. I think I only made like 4 or 5 projects this year. It's just not the kind of content that people respond to very much anymore, unless you have the ability or the interest to make things that are huge, expensive, robotic, or just somehow outrageous. I'm pretty sure that YouTube just doesn't need another coffee table video. It's hard to believe that it's been almost a year, but on January 6th, I posted my first YouTube short. At the time, I wasn't sure what the best use of this new feature would be, so I just started cranking them out to see what kind of content people responded to. Of course, like anything new on YouTube, I heard from a lot of people that for one reason or another just hated shorts and were angry that I was making them. But after a few shorts, those negative comments faded away and I started to see some serious traction with shorts with millions of views. My most popular one has over 8 million views and has driven over 15,000 new subscribers to the channel. Those are just crazy numbers that very few regular videos, longs, can match. Usually when I post a new long video, I lose subscribers. So after posting 46 shorts this year, I think I figured out what works the best and what people respond to. Sometimes people think that YouTube shorts are just TikTok, but I have a feeling a lot of those people have never actually watched TikTok. The biggest difference between TikToks and shorts is that, and this is a huge difference, is that shorts are made by YouTubers. Personally, I absolutely love the challenge of writing a script in 150 words to tell a story and explain a woodworking topic in a vertical format. There's some really good shorts on this platform and they aren't made by TikTokers, so look for more shorts in 2022. The other big thing for me in 2021 was podcasting. I have 2 podcasts that I'm very proud of and I absolutely love doing. The first is Chad and Steve Have a Podcast, where Chad Reynolds and I talk to YouTubers from all different genres and hear their stories. There are some brilliant people producing some amazing content on this platform, and if you only watch woodworking and maker videos, you're missing out on a lot. I'm honored to be able to talk to so many fascinating YouTubers over the past year. I've learned so much about myself and how to interview people and mostly just how to shut up and listen. I hope you'll check out that podcast at chadandsteve.com, Spotify, or wherever else you listen to podcasts. And since I was having so much fun doing that podcast in July, I decided to start a podcast devoted to woodworking, maker, and DIY YouTubers, the Woodworking Talk Show. That show has been a huge success, garnering way more downloads and listens than I ever expected. It's an absolute blast for me to get the opportunity to talk to some of my favorite people producing some of the best DIY content on the platform. I learned about their philosophies towards building things and their approaches towards YouTube. The show features YouTubers who are doing something unique or interesting in this space. It doesn't matter how big the channel is or how long. The biggest struggle for me has been what to do with the video version of the podcast. For most people, a podcast is something we listen to while driving or working in your shop or at the gym. Spotify seems to be the primary platform right now and probably the easiest way to listen. But some people like watching the video versions for whatever reason, and I've been posting them here on this channel. The problem with this is that very few people want to watch an hour-long video of 2 people just talking, and those are my least viewed videos on the channel. it's just not worth spending a lot of time to edit those for the amount of views that they get. But at the same time, I've noticed that the Woodworking Talk Show has developed into its own standalone thing beyond Woodworking for Mere Mortals. It's kind of like the Weekend Woodworker. So what I decided to do is create a new channel just for the Woodworking Talk Show, so people can find those videos easier without having to sift through all my other content on this channel. All of the episodes that I've recorded are over there now, and well, the first 18 or so are also on this channel, so it's a little messy, but whatever. I'll keep posting the new videos over there at the new channel when I get around to editing them, so they'll probably be delayed a week or two or even more from the audio podcast. I don't really know. And that's because my primary focus is the audio podcast. Also, the audio version is a way better edit. I've learned a lot about audio editing this year and discovered that I actually love using Adobe Audition. It's just so cool. I'm really proud of the audio versions of both of my podcasts. Please give them a try if you haven't yet. You can follow them on Spotify or Apple Podcasts if you still use that. But I gotta tell you, I just love podcasting. It's a lot of work that I wasn't expecting, but man, this is the most interesting and exciting challenge I've taken on in years. As far as my main content on this channel in 2022, I'm really interested in exploring woodworking topics. I've experimented a little with this in shorts, like my why is Home Depot orange? Why are wood screws only partially threaded? Why aren't 2x4s actually 2x4? And that sort of thing. These have all received really positive responses, so I'd kind of like to expand that into bigger research projects and create video essays on larger woodworking topics. I'll still make how-to videos about tips and topics to improve your woodworking. Those are always popular. And I'll still make occasional project videos when I actually need something around the house. I've got hundreds of project videos on this channel over the past 13 years, so there's plenty of those to watch. But I feel like there's a lot of untapped woodworking topics I'd like to explore, and I find that exciting. I'd also like to start posting more videos on my second channel. That channel is sort of a sandbox where I just post whatever I want without any concern for the algorithm or what viewers respond to or any of that stuff. Check it out. This year I posted a couple of essays about YouTube. The first was about shorts, and the most recent one was my hot take on why I believe YouTubers need to stop obsessing and whining about comments. I'd like to do more of this kind of stuff. Plus, I'll post my 10 favorite movies of the year. I'd like to get more into movie discussion, but it's all just a matter of time. I mean, how much time can I devote to something that's just a hobby? Let's just say that my second channel is a loss leader. Only there's no leader part. It's just loss. Hey, I want to thank all of you who have become members of my Weekend Woodworker courses. Thousands and thousands of people have taken their first step into woodworking because of them. It's just mind-boggling. I had no idea those courses would be so popular when I started them in 2017. It's humbling to know that I've played a part in helping people start in on a new lifelong hobby. And in a lot of cases, those people have started their own woodworking businesses. The biggest milestone on this channel was that I passed 250 million views on this channel this year. The coolest thing about it is that it puts me in a pretty comfortable place. Mostly having a library of this much content gives me the confidence, flexibility, and freedom to produce pretty much whatever I want at whatever pace I want without having to worry too much about appeasing the YouTube algorithm or worrying about whether subscribers approve or not. I still do, but at least that's in theory. I still look at my analytics probably more often than is healthy. Anyways, that's the channel update. Thanks for joining me on this weird YouTube woodworking journey over the years. I'm looking forward to 2022 and the next 13 years.